Hello and welcome to BSRTV for the BSRTC. Enough acronyms for you already. It's round one, the start of a new season, with me, Chris Cohen, joined by Adam Barth. Evening, Adam.
Good evening, Chris. I'm looking forward to the race.
Silverstone. Not our usual source of track when it comes to starting a new season. Usually we have Brands Hatch Indy, but there's just so many cars out there that couldn't fit them all on Brands Hatch. So we're going to go over to Silverstone this time round, and a few new additions to the championship make it a very exciting prospect. First of which is Wojtek Savidovic, having moved over from the Skip Barber series. He joins up, so if you can get your mouth around him, you'll be hearing from him all season long. I'm sure he'll be one of the front runners, and he qualified quite well, Adam. Adam? I think we might have lost Adam. That would be a bit of a shame. Well, he did qualify quite well. I would tell you as much. He is qualified in 4th position, and only drivers managing to get ahead of him are Sebastian Job, Stelian Chepalewski, and Ashley Sutton, who takes pole position. Hopefully we can get Adam back any moment now. Blake Townend also makes an appearance. He has come over from the iRacing Skip Barber series, which is Mondays on BSRTV as well, and he'll be sorely missed there. Very, very quick driver, but it's going to make an exciting addition along with all of his Radicals Online teammates. Now they're going to be very exciting to see out on track. They should be very quick as well. But returning this time round is Jamie Rushworth and his MovieGo Racing team. And Jamie Rushworth was the last season champion. He won it in the end in a narrow margin from Stefan Hug and took the championship, along with MovieGo Racing, who took the team championship. There's more on stake, there's more at stake, I should say, this time around. We're talking about $1,000. $1,000 for the winning team this time round. So the competition's going to be a lot tougher. We've got 3 races coming for you this evening. The first of which is round 1, coming very, very shortly. The cars are about 3.5 minutes away from the grid now. Let's see if we can get some live pictures down from the circuit. Whole new set of liveries. Big thanks to Andrew Whitehead for doing a lot of the work on the liveries this time round, including this one on Jeroen Kaiser's Chrome Restart machine. David Bent is taking up the task in the Pertec machine this time round. Andreas Katz is on the move after spending a whole load of seasons with eBay Motors since he joined the championship. He now finds himself in a pretty much all-German Karcher team. The little dots over the A are a kind of a giveaway, I guess. And where's Mr. Townend? There he is, out on the circuit. Townend in the Radicals Online team livery. Sure you'll recognise that one from all the other events that they do. It's a fairly well-established team, having great success in a lot of other championships. So keen to see what they can do in this particular championship. So Eckhart von Glan, another one of the Karcher drivers, just warming that Kia Optima up. This is the historic layout of the Silverstone circuit this time around. We're missing a few of the more finicky sections of the track. And the points have changed this season as well. No points to show you, everyone starts from 0 this time around. But there's slightly more reward for winning a race this time. If you remember from last season, the difference between winning and coming second was just that 1 point. So this time around, they're getting a bit fierce out on track, even though it's only the warm-up session. We want to keep the dents out of those Kia Optimas as much as possible, but there's a slightly bigger gap between first and second this time round, and so on and so forth all the way down the field. There's also bonus points. Bonus points are back for leading a lap and for setting the fastest qualifying time. So that's something else that drivers can try and latch onto to get as many extra points as they possibly can. Robin Smith joins an unchanged MovieGo Racing team for the new season. Robin is alongside Reggie Blaine Linus Brustrom, who is driving with one arm this evening, and Jamie Rushworth. Linus is suffering from a little bit of an injury. He thought it would be more severe and it might keep him out of the championship altogether, but no, he has discovered he can drive just fine with one hand. So, Rob Dave 1 in the YouTube comments, what time is it scheduled for? Do I have time to make a sandwich? If you're going to make a sandwich, you can make me one as well. You've just about got time. We're going to go down to the grid in about 45 seconds, so it depends how quick you are with that butter knife, I imagine. But great to see those guys back out on the track in an unchanged team. Same team as last year. They did extremely well last year, and if they can do the same thing again, they will be in with the chance of winning that $1,000 prize at the end of the season. Sebastian Job, also a familiar face from the Skip Barber series. He's out there on track in the KX Club Card machine this time round. 4-man teams, or 4-man or women teams, this time round. And there he is, Adam Terry. Just as we reach the end of this particular warm-up session, we're going to head out to the grid any minute. Adam Terry in the SDP Bianco this time around. He'll be keen to make a good start, having never won the championship, but come extremely close in the past. He had a very, very good season 2, narrowly missing the championship to Ellis Stevens. Very poor season 3 by his own standards. And then, season 4 was in with a shout right until the very end. So we're almost ready to go racing here, and we have an absolutely huge grid right down here. I think we've got Adam back with us as well. Adam, are you there?
Yeah, sorry about that. I've got the blue screen of death on my computer.
Ah, terrible, terrible. What timing as well? You just got back in time for the start of this race, and indeed the entire season. And pole position man, Ashley Sutton. Interesting.
Yeah, good lap from him. He managed to beat the champion Jamie Rushworth, who's down in 7th on the grid, and behind the rookie Blake Townend. I can't wait for this race to get started.
So Rushworth starts 7th, Townend 6th, just in front. Koba Lopez 5th, Savidovic 4th, Job 3rd, Chepalevsky 2nd, and Ashley Sutton is there on pole position. As we're ready to go racing, we've got the green flag. Let's get this race underway. Now watch out for Sutton as he leads the field in that yellow and black CQR machine all the way down to Copse at turn 1. Already a move down the inside from Townend, thinks a little bit better about it and sticks his nose back in. Let's just make sure all these cars get through there in one piece. 54 cars, and iRacing can't cope. Some of them are still showing up as white as we speak. At the moment it's still Sutton as he leads this field through the Maggots and Beckett's complex. Everyone is... Look how many cars there are there. Right, that's unbelievable, Adam, isn't it?
That's a brilliant...
Oh, we've got a bit of an impact there. That's one of the KX Club cards has gone off. Try and find out who that is. You see who that was?
No, sorry, I'm still loading the track up.
I think we might have lost Matthew Oates there. And, move for second. Chepalevsky in the Yuasa racing machine holds on to second just about from KX Club car driver Sebastian Job. They're side by side, they're neck and neck. And Chepalevsky will hold on to that one. No one willing to make that early rush at the moment. Koba Lopez driving in the eBay Motors machine this time around. He was the Yuasa driver before. But holding on to that 5th place in the first of these 11 laps round here. Koba Lopez, extremely quick in this particular machine. We've seen him out on circuit a number of times before, but coming under the threat there from Blake Townend. Well, Blake's got something to prove here, Adam, and some of the other drivers haven't.
Yeah, after all, he is Barber champion. He is the champion, so watch out for him throughout this race.
Through Luffield for the first time down the start-finish straight once again to round out the first lap, and just about everybody getting through there. Okay, I think we have lost Steve Richards. Oh, we've lost quite a few people on the first lap in actual fact. Take that back. Steve Richardson's out, I think. Andy Kirchtorp, one of the Radicals drivers, is out. Matt Walker's out and Julian Janovsky's out, so we didn't see those particular incidents, but those drivers suffering nonetheless. Ella Stevens mid-pack right now in the eBay Motors machine. Two-time BSRTC champion, and he has Stanimir Zuzov in the Yuasa right behind him, and Nick McCarron right behind him as well. Just up in front of Ellis is Robin Smith, and our last season's champion, Adam, is still running pretty well in the 7th place.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. I think he's watching the battle in front of him between Townend and Koba Lopez at the moment. Hopefully trying to gain an advantage if something goes wrong there.
George Wright, who we saw do so well in the GC Sprint Cup, is chasing down Adam Terry. Adam Terry is that pure white car. It shouldn't be pure white. There seems to be a problem with iRacing. I think there's just too many cars on the field. It can't exactly cope with that number of cars. So Adam Terry spilled a bucket of white paint over his car before the race, but holding on to 9th place at the moment. Everyone seemed to be taking it fairly cautiously so far, Adam.
Yeah, as far as touring car racing goes, it's pretty clean at the moment.
Sutton leads then from Chepalevsky. Savidovic looking round the outside there as we see Lopez under threat from Blake Townend. Lopez is sideways.
Bit of contact there. He's dropping down the order now. That's a bit of a shame.
Well, let's go and have a look at that one on the replay if we can. Koba Lopez was running in... Well, he actually almost got taken round the outside by Townend there. And Townend into Luffield. Yeah, looks to make a little bit of contact. Did Lopez come across the front of him?
I think at this point, yeah, it is hard to say at the moment.
Well, Lopez, as a result, only lost a couple of spots there. Still running 8th out of 44 cars still running in this race.
Chepalevsky was a bit quicker than Sutton on the last lap. He's in the slipstream as we head down the hangar straight here on lap number 3.
And look how defensive Sutton is, guarding the inside line there down the hangar straight. Chepalevsky backing out of that one, in fact. A little bit of an early throttle lift. He didn't want to try the outside manoeuvre around there. It's quite possible down at the end of the hangar straight to take that outside line, but compromised both drivers' speed. And I guess they're both worried about Job and Savidovic behind them, Adam.
Yeah, not only that, they're worried about the championship. Chepalevsky's been runner-up the last few seasons. He's come close on occasions. I think he wants this championship this year. Well,
Chepalevsky looking left, looking right. No way through for the former runner-up. And Katz, in actual fact, is up to 7th position. Katz was the champion when Chepalevsky was the runner-up.
Yeah, he was dropped from eBay Motors at the end of this year in exchange for Richard Wilde, so he'll be having something to prove this year, proving that he was a worthy champion in this series too.
And Savidovic goes wide up Brooklands, and that's going to cost him... Well, it hasn't cost him too much, actually. Seems to have got away with it. Oh, but side by side in the background. Oh, sorry, it was Job. It was Job who went wide, and that's where it's cost him. Blake Townend looking to make that move down the outside as we come into Copse to start lap 4. He's going to have to tuck that one back in, I think. But Jamie Rushworth is going round the outside of Andreas Katz.
Townend's going to have a run on Job as we head into the Maggots and Beckett's complex.
Well, I hardly know who to focus on here. This is unbelievable racing already in this season. Townend is still in that line-stern pattern. Can't find a way around Job. Now, he's used to racing Job, Adam, but not in this particular machine. So a new challenge for both drivers, but they're both cut out for this, obviously, because they're running right at the front.
Yeah, and the movie Go car of Jamie Rushworth, he's trying to get into the action as well as we head down to Stowe.
Well, again, we see this cautious approach from drivers that we didn't see from Lopez, and it might have cost him. But the cautious approach has served them all very well, but not necessarily led to much overtaking so far. Difficult during this section of the track. It's the second half of the track's going to be very difficult for anyone to pass in. The hangar straight, like you mentioned, was a great opportunity for people to get round. Very easy to get defensive though on the inside there. Battles all the way down the field now as well. Koba Lopez has got George Wright behind him, and Adam Terry has slipped down into 10th place as a result. The paint scheme on his car still not loaded up on iRacing, unfortunately. That is an STP Bianco car. Positions then are up on your screen right now. Sutton leads from Chepalevsky, but not by much. Savidovic is 3rd at the moment. Job 4th, Townend 5th. Rush was 6th. Katz, Lopez, Terry and George Wright.
It looks like the top two are starting to pull away a bit now from Savidovic at the moment.
Yeah, that gap is starting to widen. Now the tyres on these don't last forever, especially at the rate that these guys drive. So it might well be slightly longer races this time round, this season. So it might well be that some of these guys are suffering from that. And we'll have to see towards the end of the race. Probably 5 laps a little bit early to start talking about tyres.
Yeah, you're probably right there.
Well, it's a huge snake of cars coming through there, and that is Kevin Critchley, I believe. We haven't talked about much, but he's running well in the Pertec in 11th place. He's got Stefan Hug just behind him for Chrome Restart. And Stefan Hug was the runner-up last season. Very, very close to getting that title. Brustrom is currently in 14th and looking to make a move past Jake Tucker, but couldn't get the job done there.
Speaking about Kevin Critchley, the Pertec team last year, they did struggle, and they brought Critchley in from Yuasa, so it'll be interesting to see if the team's form increases this season.
Indeed, Critchley's a very fast driver. We've seen him come a cropper of a few incidents in the last season, though, that kept him from getting as many points as he possibly could. Whether that might change, his fortunes might well change now that he's at Pertec Racing, we'll have to see. Now Sutton, Chepelevsky and Savidovic, still 1-2-3, and whatever gap that was, oh, very close from Chepelevsky on the back of Ashley Sutton.
Townend's down the inside, he's through into 4th.
Good move from Blake Townend there to take 4th position away from Job. Although that's cost both drivers some time, and they're falling into the grips of Jamie Rushworth, and Katz is right behind as well. Lopez is still 8th, and this is going to be a titanic battle if George Wright gets on the back of this train as well.
Yeah, both of these drivers took part in the BMW Extravaganza 4 at the weekend, and they showed that they had great pace.
Well, Lopez coming 3rd in that particular event, and his teammate, was it 3rd? 3rd or 2nd? His
second,
teammate won it.
Second.
He did, yeah. That's right, yeah. His teammate came... No, he did come 3rd, and his teammate came 2nd, and it was won by Mac Backham for another one of the Radicals drivers, in actual fact. It's only Sunday. It's happened to my memory. Anyway, down the Hanger Straight once again, under the Silverstone bridge there. Lopez looking down the inside, probably just trying to find his braking markers at this stage of the race. We're about halfway through this race, and these guys at the front, there's so little to choose between them in terms of lap times and lines. And George Wright under attack there from Adam Terry. Can Adam Terry take that 9th place back from Wright? Can he get his car painted up for the second race? So many questions. But I expected Wright to be on the back of this train by now, Adam, but seems to be having a few issues there.
Yeah, he may be getting held up at the moment. So let's see if he can get up then. It looks like they're trying to... He's getting attacked by someone there.
Adam Terry almost stuck his nose in, but had to pull out of that one as no line given at all by George Wright.
Rushworth's through, and contact. That's the KX Momentum car of Job.
Job is round. Oh, and contact from Lopez as well. That's a huge accident. Job's facing the wrong way. He's going to have to go backwards there. And a load of cars caught up in that one. The leader's unaffected, but I think that's the end of Job's race. Let's go back and have another look at that one on the replay, if at all possible.
It just started when Rushworth went down the inside into Brooklands.
Well, Job's car's actually gone white on the screen now, unfortunately. There we go. So that's Townend up in front. And a little bit of contact on the back of Job's car from... That was Andreas Katz. And I don't think Katz had much opportunity there. I think he was right at the edge of the track. 2 cars in the face of Job. George Wright actually gets round, but Cobra Lopez has nowhere to go. And I think that's Adam Terry in the background, almost getting caught up in that one as well. But let's go back and have another quick look at that one from the overhead and see what if we can make sense of that from a different camera angle. See if we do have an overhead cam here, hopefully. It's a little bit better. Now watch that car on the inside there. That's Katz. You could say he was sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. You could say Job moved over on him. It's possibly one of those racing incidents. I don't know. You got a better idea than us at home, probably, forming your own opinions of that one, but that's caused a bit of an issue. Let's get back to the action anyway. Job is now out of the race, so sad to lose Job.
Yeah, it's a shame. He was running good in this race, but Rushworth is now right on the back of Blake Townend.
No, Blake Townend is not one that's familiar with being overtaken that easily. Rushworth is absolutely on a mission though, 5th place, and already looking like he might make a challenge on Rushworth as we go on Townend as we go over the start-finish line. Looks to the inside, not going to be able to get his nose in front. The two of them look like they're doing a bit of a slalom there as Townend tries to get the maximum angle possible out of the corner. Rushworth can only follow for now. Katz is behind. George Wright has now moved up to 7th place as a result of that incident. Lopez is down in 13th, and he finds himself, Adam, in a huge amount of traffic.
Yeah, there's a great gaggle of cars here, and I can see he's trying to move his way back up through the field as we head into Chapel, and he's now coming under pressure from the cars behind.
Well, behind that, Simon Field and Reggie Blade in the Movie Go Racing car. Simon Field would love to go toe-to-toe with Lopez. Wasn't high enough in the race to do it before, but has an opportunity now. Lopez, meanwhile, look at all these cars he's got to get round in front of him. One of them is Brewstrom. That's Tucker, Adam Terry. Oh, Adam Terry and Kevin Critchley going head-to-head. Pertek versus Bianco. Oh, Adam Terry almost not leaving enough room to get the Critchley to come back on the track there. Critchley's now got Tucker right behind him. And too wide, and we've got a sideways car in the background. Is that Brewstrom? No, it was Reggie Blaine. Keeps it under control. Smolensky's right behind him, but all getting a bit argy-bargy in the midfield here, Adam.
Yeah, I literally don't know where to look at the moment. I'm flicking between battles everywhere.
And some of the CQR guys in the comments there asking about CQR participation in this particular race. So we can have a quick look at the lineup. Excuse me, I don't believe we might well have some more CQR cars out there on the field. Martin Johnson running in the privateer colours this time around. I don't see Craig Burleson out on the track. And yeah, possibly only one of the CQR cars. Oh, there's one right there. Russell Laidler. How could we forget about the winner of the best crash of the BTCC iRacing BTCC history, which he claimed today, having been voted such by the YouTube viewers. Currently running in 20th place. That video's up on YouTube if you want to have a look at all 10 of the nominated crashes there. But he's taken the prize for his Brands Hatch antics.
I can tell you that Kevin Critchley's just had a crash, and it looks like he might have sustained damage because he's pulling off the racetrack.
Well, let's go back and have a look at that from another angle. Critchley over the start-finish line there. That's Lopez just up in front of him and Simon Field behind. Just coming through Copse on the previous lap here. Well, he's looking good so far. Oh no, and on the exit, Simon Field just gets in the back of Critchley. Critchley with a slow exit there, caught Field by surprise, and Field using his car as a brake, which it would have been able to sustain, but that impact with the barrier, it certainly could not. So just as we were saying how well Critchley was doing there, Adam, and he seems to be out of this race.
I know, he's now put the responsibility now onto his Pertek Racing teammate Jake Tucker, who's now in 10th position.
That's right, he is the highest placed Pertek driver at the moment. A little battle going on here between Baker and that's Smolensky, and Stevens just behind. Oh! Baker giving Smolensky a door full of chrome restart there, and Smolensky keeps it in check and is still challenging for that position as we come over the stripe.
Tucker's down the inside of Adam Terry, but it looks like Terry should just have the position as we head into Copse. Yes, he does.
Wow, 11 laps. Oh! Tucker's into the barrier!
Tucker's off. What a shame for the Pertek team.
He will keep it going. He's going to get back on. But he is going to be absolutely fuming with that one. Let's have another look at that one if we can from a slightly higher angle. Now there's a check up there from Tucker. He seemed to be very hard on the brakes there. And Well, that's peculiar. I don't see why he's got the brakes on there, but let's go and have a look at that one from his point of view. Maybe it'll become clear on the onboard. Now there's a tap from behind, but I can't see why he's put the brakes on there, Adam. Not that hard anyway.
Yeah, a bit of a peculiar incident.
I'll have to come back to that one because Townend is still in a pitch battle with Jamie Rushworth and Andreas Katz. Katz starting this season on a flyer in 6th position. The front three now separated by quite a distance from this next group of 3, and the next cars are a good 5 seconds down the road now, so it looks like they're sorting themselves out for the end of this race now. Townend from Rushworth, from Andreas Katz. Adam Terry's currently running in that 3rd group of cars there in 8th place. He's got Hoog just up in front of him, and a very battered looking Lopez, who is still going but hasn't had an event free race, shall we say. He is running in 9th place, and we've still got, I still make it 41 cars in this race, so pretty high survival rate so far.
Yeah, quite good for the first race of the season. Let's see if it pans out that way for the rest of the races tonight.
Now you can't ask more, and he hasn't done it yet, so we better not put a curse on him, but can't ask more than Sutton to go from pole position to win the race, having led the entire thing. Chepelevsky has been right behind him the entire time, another example of a flawless drive. I personally feel Chepelevsky could have gone a bit more aggressive in this race, and probably wants to just test the water as it were, and hasn't really made any rash moves. Savidovic though is really impressed, staying on the back of these guys.
Yeah, but at the moment Townend is coming under increasing pressure from Jamie Rushworth. He's been all over the track out of Stowe trying to defend his position as we head down to Bridge on the final lap.
Well, Townend, the Skip Barber champion and the GT Academy finalist as well, is having his mettle tested, shall we say. I've only got a few more corners to go. Looks like he should be able to hold on to this one, but we'll cut back to the lead now. Savidovic, no last minute dive from him. Looks like it's going to be a straightforward 1-2-3 finish. Sutton with one more corner, rounds Luffield for the final time. It's going to come through Woodcote any minute, and over the start finish line to take the victory. The first race of the season goes to Ashley Sutton for CQR. Convincing victory. Chepelevsky 2nd, Savidovic 3rd. Townend will hold on for 4th place. Great drive from Townend. Rushworth 5th, and Katz in 6th place. Stefan Hoog in 7th place with that nice Swiss flag on his roof. Quite a gap between him and Koba Lopez. And then from there, well, I'm not sure. Let's get the results up on the screen. So Koba Lopez, then Linus Brustrom in 9th place, and Simon Field in 10th. But I tell you what, just looking at that result, there's only one name that appears twice there on the front page of the scores in the top 10, and that is Movie Go Racing, and that just shows what a strong team they have. Okay, Blake Townend came home 4th for Radicals. Great result for Radicals, but only one of their drivers managed to finish in the top 10. See, Kirchtorp was out, Rob Cuss is 28th, and Plumley 29th. So not so many points down there. The Karcher drivers, well represented by Andreas Katz, 6th place, but only one in the top 10. And the same goes for eBay Motors, Adam.
Yeah, and the fact that they have a whole lot of champions on their team, that's a bit disappointing for them. Jake Tucker, in the end, finished 38th position.
Well, it just goes to show how quick the field was, because he had that spin, got the car going again straight away, and unless there was significant damage, which we didn't see, he dropped down, what, 25 places there?
I don't know whether he made a pit stop or not after that crash.
It's a long way down. Russell Laidler, the second of the CQR drivers, they're finishing 17th place, scoring some decent points. Adam Terry, though, doing very well to come home in 12th position in the this S2P Bianco car. Laura Bond scoring well in 20th as well. Oh, they've just changed on our screen. Interesting. Well, she's now classified as 19th. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Also, those points are wrong. I don't know what's up with those points, but our point indicators are slightly off. So ignore the points for now, viewers at home, I'm afraid. And Mark Guest there in the YouTube comments saying, well done Ash, super drive. It really was. You couldn't really do much more than that than hold the field. I mean, he didn't look threatened, he didn't look out of place on any of the corners, didn't look uncomfortable. Pretty convincing, Adam.
Yeah, very controlled drive. I think the only way Chepelewski would have got by him is he would have rammed him. So a great drive by Ashley Sutton.
And Chepelewski knew that. That's the thing. He looked quite content to hold on to second place. Reverse grid, top 10 in the next race. So that means Sutton's going to be starting from 10th place. It's actually going to favour Koba Lopez because he's going to be starting quite a lot higher up. He'll be starting, I think he finished 8th, so he'll be starting in 3rd position for that one. And what happened to George Wright in the end? Because where did he finish?
Yeah, he's dropped down my timing pages. I've just refreshed them now. He was up there, but I don't know where he's gone now.
Well, he's dropped out. It wasn't a top 10 at one stage, and isn't anymore.
37th.
Well, let's see if we can have a quick word with the man himself. It's a long way to drag him because there's so many drivers around here, but Ashley Sutton, pole to flag. Pretty convincing. So convincing, he has no words for us.
Sorry guys, sorry.
Yeah, great result. Pole to flag. Couldn't have asked for more from the first race.
No, that was the aim. We want to start how we finish. So yeah, just pole to flag. Don't get me wrong, Chippy kept me pushing, but it's quite a little bit easier when you got the draft and instead of trying to push your own air.
And were you worried about Savidovic at all? He managed to stay quite nicely on the back of you too.
To be fair, that was quite a help because it kept Cheppy in check, so it made him have to look in his mirrors a bit more as well. So it helped me out, to be honest.
And we've seen cheeky Cheppy down at Luffield a couple of times in the previous season where he's managed to get past a few cars, but you kept the line dead tight, and you weren't too worried about him coming through then?
No, at the end of the day, you just got to make by this clear, and I feel like I did that towards the end of the race, so I'm going to carry it on.
Well, 10th place grid in the second race because of the reverse grid. That's going to be more of a challenge.
Yeah, I'll just finish how I left last season. Try and work my way through and pick up some podiums and points.
Well, we'll be excited to see you doing that in the next race, so we'll let you get ready. Thanks, Ash.
Cheers, guys.
And that's Ashley Sutton for CQR. And we're going to go over to second place finisher Stelian Chepelewski now, if we can have a quick word with him. Are you there, Stelian? Some of these drivers taking some time out to go get a drink, maybe a sandwich, like I was suggesting in the YouTube comments, so we'll give him a chance. I'm not sure if we've got Steli here. Stelian Chepelewski, are you with us? I'm going to take that one as a no. So we can't have a word with him, which is a shame, Adam, but I'm pretty sure he would have just confirmed our story anyway, which was staying behind Ash, keep it safe for the first race.
Well, at least he managed to finish. I mean, last season, at the first round of the season, he failed to make the grid time, so second place will be an amazing result for him in the first round of the season.
So the first race of the season won by Ashley Sutton, starting 10th in the second race. The second race will be coming your way in about 10 minutes time here on BSRTV, again live. Just tune to the next video and it will be with you momentarily. But from me and Adam, for now, we'll see you in a moment.